So after I told her I liked her, she was like, yeah, let me pray about it. Then the moment she walked out of the restaurant, I knew she was gonna say no. 10 days later, we're at our small group watching, like, you know, watching this movie. You didn't even get back to me yet.
You were inside, I left, and I got in a car, and I was like, Amber, Jay told me, I have something to tell you. Jay told me that he likes me, and I told him I was gonna get back to him. And she was like, so what are you gonna do? And I was like, I'm gonna call him. So I called you, and I was like, hey, can you come outside?
Yes, that's what
I called you, and I was like, hey, can you come outside? And I told you, I was just like, hey, I prayed, and I think that we should just be friends. Friends.
And I was like, cool. That's what we're gonna do. Let's be friends and let's keep doing this. And I remember walking back in the house, and Cheryl was there, and I told them no. She said no. And they're like, what? She said no. And they're like, yeah, maybe she'll change her mind. I was like, nah, Jane would never change her mind. We're the same. I don't change her mind, she'll change her mind, we're done. We're never gonna be a thing.
We're done. We were nothing.
Yeah,
we're done.
But I said, it was like at that moment I completely dismissed all ideas of us being together. Dismissed it completely. Unless there was a miracle of God where you changed your mind.
Yeah, so this is where that miracle of God happened. So basically I was like, okay, yeah, we're just gonna be friends, because during that time I was praying and I didn't hear anything definite. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna err on the side of no.
What you saying?
Because I don't
That's
know.
understandable.
And so once I said no, I was just like, okay, I don't have to think about this anymore. I remember one time in particular, we met up at Starbucks.
You loved communicating with me.
It was so good. It was so good. But I remember, like, after, I remember, because it was good, because you had told me, you were like, yeah, nothing's gonna change. Yeah, I'm still your brother in Christ. But I remember after that conversation, you realized, like, this girl told me no.
I was like, how did you not feel this chemistry?
I remember seeing something in your eyes, like you were like, man, I can see it. Like something flipped in you. Now at this point, we're leaders. We served at Breakthrough. During this retreat, they separate the men and women at every single opportunity that there was for men and women to actually be in the same room together. We were paired together. Examples. There was one example where I had to bring all of these girls up to it.
Yeah, to the cross.
And then the second portion,
the 2 people can wait.
The 2 people out of all 150, or how many participants there were out of 90 people, the 2 people who were late was one guy and one girl. And guess whose participants there were?
It was her girl.
Can't make this up.
That was a little eerie.
And not only that, but we had to walk behind them and walk them to the pastor.
Not only were the only 2 people that were late to this program, my guy and her girl, they missed the ceremony that we had done where I was holding the cross and people had to come to the cross and kneel their sins, quote unquote. We had to redo that with them. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, we had to redo that.
So in order to redo it with them, we had to walk down the aisle
together
behind them.
We're walking down the aisle in a sanctuary.
Me and Jamie are walking down an aisle in a sanctuary,
side by side,
behind these 2 people giving their lives to Christ, or participating in this Christian ceremony, and we are walking behind them to the cross. This is a beautiful image, right? So
at this time, like, okay, after I told you no, I really missed you. Like, I really missed, even though we were still like connecting, it felt different. Yeah. And then you were withdrawing emotionally, which I think was healthy. I realized, okay, I miss what we had. 2, all these things were happening. I was like, okay, is God trying to tell me something? And then this is the final nail in the coffin. Well, that's a bad analogy. This is the final thing that showed me, okay, I should give this guy a shot. Yeah. So I go home. I'm not telling anyone that I'm starting to reconsider. Didn't tell anyone. I'm just like, I'm gonna keep this in my heart because this is ridiculous. Like, no, I can't be in a relationship with Xavier. Like, that's impossible. Go home, and my roommate's dad is a pastor, and she's like, hey Jamie, what's going on, like, with you and Xavier? Because I told her, And I was just like, oh, nothing. You know, I told him no. She was like, oh, okay, I just spoke to my dad today, and he asked me about you. Bruh.
Oh my God.
She was like, he asked about you, right? And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, he asked me about, like, you know, if you were in a relationship. And I told him, no, you weren't. But, you know, essentially that Javer had told you that he liked you. And you know, you said no. I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, he said to tell you to reconsider.
This all happened in what, a 14-day period?
This all happened, yeah, within 2 weeks. Now I'm like, okay, this is God, and I need to, like, tell him.
We were playing a sex and relationships forum for our community.
That forum was so good.
It was, and we needed a place to host. And her friend's dad, who was a pastor, he had a church, and we were going to talk to him about it. You know, let him hear more about it, pitch the idea, have him meet us, see what kind of people we were. So again, me and Jamie are sitting on the couch next to each other.
Talking to the pastor.
He's asking us questions about our lives, like, oh, what do you want to do? You know, what's
your goal?
What's your goal?
In life?
What are you doing now?
Literally the whole time I'm praying,
he never uttered it.
May he please, dear God, not say anything about us being together. Because this is after.
He didn't say it. So, you know, I'm thinking nothing of it. Like I said, at this point, I was done pursuing Jamie. I was done. After this, Jamie is like, oh, can I speak with you outside? I was like, yeah, sure. You know, I'm about to head out. Jamie says, oh, what I heard was, how are you? How are you doing? And I responded like, oh, you know, I'm doing well, I'm good, things are great, you know, just moving forward, seeking the Lord. But what she had really asked me is, what are your thoughts about us?
That's what I had said. It was like something threw Jager back. He was like,
that moment, I was like, what? What is this?
He was like, what's happening right now?
What is this?
What were you thinking?
I didn't think anything. I'm just like, huh? It was just tingly, you know. I was like, what is happening? I didn't understand why you asked me a question like that. But yeah, I've been thinking, and I'm thinking about giving you a shot. Ball's in your court.
I don't remember any of this.
You said that.
I don't remember any of this.
You said the ball is in your court.
That's crazy.
And I said, I'll take that shot. I accepted. I was like, yeah, I still like you.
Yeah, you're more than happy.
I want to be with you. I want to be with you. And yeah, that's what happened afterwards. And Jamie told me if I mess up, she's gonna dump me in an instant.
I didn't say that, but
I told you that I wasn't the one. You're gonna leave.
Yeah, I let you know on multiple occasions up until our wedding. If you're not the one, and the Lord lets me know, we're done.
I wasn't concerned. At that point, it was over. At that point, it was it. I pursued you, and I was gonna, you know, go to the next phase. So yeah.
If it was the Lord's will,
which it was.
Yeah, well, ultimately now we know.
Yeah, which it was. Our first date was at a sushi shop, right?
It was at this small sushi shop that had like a little conveyor belt
buffet. That was the day I sat down. You know, I had prayed to the Lord about this relationship. Like, you know, what am I gonna do? You know, how should I go about this? I just left a failed relationship. So I was like very aware, just like, okay, you know, help me, you know, do this well. And we sat down, and I think I talked to you about the vision of the relationship.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what I envision, you know, building trust, building communication, want to be open with you, and, you know, my goal is to, you know, love you more than any other man in your life. Just really lay down what I wanted for the relationship.
And I really like that because I know that might seem like intimidating to some people who are not used to biblical dating. For a woman or even a man who hears that, like, whoa, that seems like intense. But honestly, for me, I felt safe. Knowing that I was
also
a man.
told you the end goal was marriage. I think I said that too. Like,
you were like,
I want to marry you.
Yeah, you were like, I want to marry you. That's the point of this relationship. And to me, I felt safe knowing that you weren't playing games with my heart. I wasn't this tester where you're like, I'm gonna see, you know. You had already like kind of locked your vision, like, hey, I'm going to be pursuing you. I think you also recognize, like, okay, like, you know, if this isn't the Lord's will and He reveals that to us, then you would have been okay with it.
Yeah,
but I felt safe in that you had spent time talking to God. You had literally written out like a 2-page document. Like, that would be so good for so many guys, and honestly women.
I shared it with you guys.
Yeah, it was really
Jordan.
Yeah.
Both who are married now.
It was really good because it was just so honest, and it was really thoughtful and loving. I think the root of that was, hey, I want to push you towards God, and I want to be pushed towards God, and I want to love you unlike any man has ever done. And you did that. And that's why we're married. Praise God. So what are some boundaries that we set?
Yeah, I think one, it was no kissing. Like we were like, yo, we're not gonna kiss each other until marriage, you know?
Yeah.
No sex. Like that was clear.
I mean,
we did say that.
I think we did.
I think I did say that.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not having sex.
We're not having sex before
until
marriage. No kissing, and
no
we
kissing.
even went as far as
hugging, dude.
we weren't hugging, and we weren't holding hands.
We didn't hug. We weren't hugging. We weren't holding hands. Like I was very serious about physical purity.
Touch. Yeah.
Just really being physically pure. Again, just seeing the devastation that can bring to relationships. Like you need to be on guard against that.
Yeah.
So you can really get to know a person's spirit. In my mind, I was like, I'm not gonna say I love you.
I remember you telling me this later on. You're like, yeah, like I don't plan on saying. I think we were talking about like people saying I love you to each other or something in relationships, and maybe you had asked me my thoughts on it, and you had told me, you were like, yeah, I don't plan on saying I love you unless like we're engaged.
Yeah. So for me, I had set within my own mind, I'm not gonna say I love you until I've proven it. In past relationships, that was sort of a weird thing. When you say I love you and then you break up with someone, that's a weird thing, and it's off. You know what I mean? And I experienced devastation of that. So I was like, I'm not gonna say I love you until I have even shown myself that is actually true. You know what I mean? And for me, putting a ring on your finger was what was signifying, okay, I do love you.
How did we do with sticking to those boundaries?
We did great. I'm gonna say we did great. Listen, comparatively, bro, like we did great. We didn't touch, we didn't kiss, we didn't have sex, we didn't say I love you. Now, we did eventually hold hands because we just became closer together. You know, it's a couple months into the relationship, we held hands, right?
I will say we didn't kiss. We didn't kiss until we were married. We didn't have sex until we were married. We held hands, I think, 3 months into the relationship. But I think where we struggled was with hugging. Sometimes we get a little too close, hold each other for a little too long.
That portion of the relationship. So once we got engaged, we got a little more comfortable with each other.
Yeah,
the hugging was sort of our like, oh, I love you.
Really hunching, y'all. That's what Jay was saying. Y'all was hunching. I think in the beginning we were really like sticking to our boundaries by the grace of God. Like it was
the
not
relationship
us.
Portion, like pre-engagement portion was like solid.
Towards the end of the engagement, like closer to our wedding date, that's when I would like. For us, I'm not saying like that goes for everyone, but that's definitely a warning, you know, to anyone. Because it's like, oh, we were like, yeah, we doing so great, Then we got engaged, and it's like, oh, you gonna be my husband.
We almost went to the courthouse wedding.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
That's so true. We were like, you know what? We don't want to have sex before marriage, so let's just go to the courthouse.
Can we just go to the courthouse? I was like, man, you know,
just wait.
You can't wait. Can you not wait? I was like, yeah, I can wait. And how's that?
Yeah, that was pretty much cut that off. That's it for the question. If you liked this video and you liked hearing how we met, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you have any questions for us as well, make sure that you leave a comment down below and we'll definitely answer that question to the best of our ability.
For sure. And video suggestions if you have topics that you would like to hear a Black married Christian couple talk about. You know, let us know. So
I agree. Alrighty, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss out on our next installment of Black Married and Christian. We hope that you all have an amazing day and hope to see you next time.